Well, let me ask you this question. And for those of you who are not very good with mathematics, well, get a calculator. How long before the 2019 elections? I just give you 15 seconds to calculate that. Well, say 2 years or less. But the plans for the election has already begun. Some groups which worked for the president and the emergence of his party in 2015 have come together to re-energize, have given a tacit endorsement to the president for the 2019 election. Abu Ibrahim, leader of the Buhari support group, disclosed this after meeting with President Buhari at a presidential villa in Abuja today. He says he led a delegation to Aso Rock to intimate the president on the activities of the groups. As that group is concerned about the president returning in 2019, another group in Abuja, the same day, just about the same time, is actually putting the president and his party on his toes and asking him to deliver on the promises he made in 2015. Well, this group, the president, according to them, the president did not score well with Buhari meter, a means of measuring the performance of the government of the day. They held a town hall where they focused on placing the president's promises against his performances. They rated the APC government's performance as abysmal and lacking in structure, which has created many of the challenges confronting the government. Let's get talking now, everyone. So in Abuja tonight, we have Mr. Tokpe Fasua. He spoke at the Buhari Meter Town Hall today. He is the CEO of Global Analytics Consulting Limited. He is an economic and policy analyst. And just beside him is a lawyer, Mr. Aliyu Abdullahi, is a member of the Buhari support group. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program tonight. Let me quickly begin with you, Mr. Abdullahi. It comes to mind whether or not it's too early, the reasons why your group decides 189 groups coming under the umbrella of the BSG, supporting the president and preparing, I guess, for 2019. What exactly is the intention of this group?
Well, thank you, Sean, for having me here today. And let's say, you see, a lot of people, that group you saw is a reflection of a lot of the citizens of this country, what they feel about this government, the administration of President Muhammad Buhari. We have seen the work, we knew where we were coming from in 2015 to now in various sectors. If time will have permit me, I will have tell you a little story. You see, I used to know someone called Ikenna. In 2015, Ikenna was out of job, actually. He was a foreman in a construction company. But he had 2 children. He had a maid called Sarah and a gardener who doubled as his gateman. But by 2015, late 2015, he has let these people to go because he was let go by the construction company. He was no longer employed, and his children has to drop out of school. But by 2016, due to the funds that was injected into the capital projects in this country, Ikenna is now back in work, his children back in school. Those 2 people he let go, they are back in his household. Now, this is just one story to tell you how what's happening in Nigeria. Now, let me tell you about Mohammed Tijani. Mohammed Tijani is from Maiduguri, Borno State. He hasn't visited Borno State from 2013 to 2015. Last year, he was able for the first time to visit Borno State, and he has spent 6 months and has actually come back to do business in Maiduguri, Borno State.
If I may quickly butt in to ask, what if I may quickly butt in here, I'm sorry, Mr. Abdullahi. It looks so much that your group wants President Buhari to run in 2019. Just briefly, if you tell us, what are the reasons why you think your group is giving the president that endorsement? Is it a performance? Or is it word? What exactly is your basis for saying Buhari should run in 2019?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Sean. It's the performance. When you look at 2015 and now, 2 years after, from 2015 to now, the difference is clear in every sector. If time permitted, we will have gone sector by sector, but you talk about security. We have seen what happened in the Northeast. You talk about economy. We're coming out from a recession that Nigeria has never had it this bad. For 29 years, there was no economic recession as bad as this one. And thank God, we have seen how we have come out of that recession. All the indices are there. The National Bureau of Statistics, the World Bank, IMF, all has actually postulated a positive outlook, economic outlook for the country. It takes only a leader, a strong one at that matter, like President Muhammad Buhari, for him to achieve this level of performance. Yes, we are not where we should be, ideally what we are hoping where we wanted us to be, but it's just 2 years, and we also believe that this is the best we can have among the alternatives in 2015, or among the alternatives that at least have shown kind of intention as of now.
Okay, let me go to Mr. Tokwe Fasua, who is his job on a daily basis is to analyze figures and the issues of policies. Well, let me ask you, you spoke there at that Buhari meter today, and one of the things that you said, making comparison between what the president said and his party said they will do in 2015 or before then at the campaigns, and what they have done in 2 years. If you look at it, practically speaking, and realistically, of course, 2019 is still about 2 years, but in between 2015 and now, is it enough time to measure the performance of a government?
Well, absolutely. Well, like they say, a day is a long time, even in politics, you know, and of course, any government that comes in has a constraint of 4 years. In fact, it's not up to that, because by the time another elections come up, you know, you find that you're out of water. So that constraint is there. As a matter of fact, if you went on INEC website now, you will see that it is actually 476 days to the next elections. So we can't find 700 days. 2 years is 730. But the next elections is 476 days. So it's closer than we think. So I think that if we have the urgency of now in mind, if any government that comes in, whether at federal or state government level, you know, has that urgency of now in mind, then they would actually try to achieve a lot, even within a year, not to talk of 2 years. You see, there are some fundamental things that we need to do in this country which we haven't done.